I was calling because I guess I was in my head, but these vaccines, I'm sorry, and if I get cut off, I'm on the train, I'm not going to call back, but I'll listen to the answer.
Okay.
So anyway, I know I shouldn't be freaking out about these vaccines because I for whatever the reason, I just don't want to take it. And it's breaking my heart to see how everything is going on in this world. It's like, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And I can hardly even believe it. And you know how they say, or the Bible thumpers, or when I used to go to church, well, we were born for such a time as this, right? I
They
don't know
say
if
you
that's
were
true.
born for such a time as this?
Yeah.
What does
like
that mean?
I don't know. I guess like the time that you were born in, obviously, that's the time you're supposed to be in.
The churches have
And
all kind of sayings with no
I
meanings.
know. I know.
Yeah,
So
make up stuff.
So I've gone to church all my life, and I walked away before I got introduced to your show. You just confirmed things for me. But sometimes it's like in my head, I'm going back and forth because in Revelation, you know, I know you say don't, and I get that about every word in the Bible is not true, but sometimes it's like a lot of things that you see or I think I've understood in Revelation, it just seems like it's like happening right now. Like, I don't really have a question. I guess I just needed some comfort from you because I'm like, oh my Lord, I just feel like if I get the shot, I'm not saying that's true, but I feel like it's the mark of the beast or something. I don't know.
Are you freaking out, overreacting?
No, I'm not freaking out. I just had an episode now because I just keep hearing it. Sometimes I can't listen, but
are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yes, and that's the other question.
Every morning, every night?
Yes, Tessie. You already scolded me at the church in Orlando. And that's the other thing. I'm trying to figure out, am I supposed to say anything? I just sit down and be quiet, and he just takes over from there. I mean, things aren't horrible in my life, but I don't have one of those things are amazing in my life statements either. Am I doing something wrong, maybe?
Only thing you need to do is pray and watch. Meaning pray and watch thoughts, and you will know and see what to do at all times.
But when you say pray, it's just be silent. I don't have to say, okay, Lord, here I am.
Right.
I don't need to say any of that? Just sit down because he already knows
He already
what I'm doing?
here you am.
Okay.
God is not dumb.
Yeah. No, I know he's not.
Yeah, he already know you're there. By being still, you let it go and let his will be done.
Well, while I was calling you, I was walking because I'm in the city in New York.
Right.
And I was like, I know I'm probably not supposed to ask you for things, but I was like, please, just please put an end to this. I don't know if I'm supposed to even say that. I don't want to.
Are
be
you
wrong.
asking God to put an end to it?
To just, yes, expose it.
To
make
what?
People account this vaccine stuff, this craziness.
And why do you want him to put an end to it now?
Because I don't like it.
And it's not happening to you.
Yeah, but I'm in construction, and I only have to next year to go, hopefully. I'm officially retired next year.
Right.
But, you know, I'm trying to dodge it. My husband gave in, but I didn't say anything. I said, well, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, don't bring it to an end, and please don't let it be the mark of the beast. My husband took the shot. I don't know, Jesse. I don't want to waste time.
Just stay out of your head. Take one day at a time. Don't go ahead of yourself. Just live in the present. And for you all as well, for those who do not be still and know the Father, they'll catch a hell. They're living in fear. They're overreacting. And Satan is deceiving them like 90 going north. But you're in the world, not of it. You'll be fine.
Okay. So I don't need to worry about saying anything. Just sit down. And just because I don't have those, oh, my God, everything's amazing moments doesn't mean anything.
That's right.
Right?
And,
okay.
and worrying about it is only going to create the situation for you. Not worried is the way you want to go.
Okay. So I guess he's going to still change me.
He said, take no worry, take no thoughts, no worry about tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. needed to hear you in person on the phone
Well,
because,
I'm glad you called.
I'm glad I called you. I appreciate you, the whole staff, everyone doing well. It's great. You're the best.
They are amazing. I have an amazing staff.
Yes, you do. And you're amazing as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
All right.
Okay.
Bye now.
Take care.
All right. These are the moments that when you deal with little things in the right way without overreacting, and when big things like these things that are happening now come, you'll be ready for them. You'll be ready to just relax and not knowing what's going to happen, you'll be able to overcome them. But don't jump ahead of yourself. Stay present, stay now, and because there's nothing else but what's happening right now, this very moment. If you jump ahead, then the FBI will be a part of your group encouraging you to do wrong. It really will. Be still, know the Father, doubt every thought, pray and watch. And I'm telling you this as a living witness. I'm not making it up, right? I'm not assuming it's going to be that way. I was thinking about my relationship with my Father now, with God. And I was thinking this morning, I was thinking like, wow, I remember when my earthly father and I became one. I remember prior to that when I lived in Alabama and my father lived in Indiana. And he would come and visit during the summer. And when I would see him, all was well. I can see that he loved me. I loved him. I looked like him. And it was like paradise on earth when my earthly father would be in my presence. But then when he would leave and go back up to Indiana, I would feel lost again. I would feel that yearning for the Father. And I was like, wow. And I was too young to really express it to people, but I can see what was going on. Even as a teenager, I can see it. But when I forgave him and moved to Indiana for a while, it was paradise. And so when I think of my Father now, God, my relationship with him, he is my Father. I am his son. I have the same peace that I would have when I was with my earthly father. And I realized this morning that, and I may have somewhat realized this already, that the reason 99.999.9, but not all, most people don't understand the relationship with God, the Father, is that they never really understood it or had it with their earthly fathers. They never had that relationship. And those who were even raised by their father wasn't one with him. They were turned away by the mother, so they don't know what it is to have a love for your earthly father, to be one with him. And then I was thinking about how when my father owned his own business, he's always had some type of business going on. Even though he worked at the steel mills for a while, he still had a business. I remember when he owned a cleaners service. He was clean clothes as cleaners. And I remember when he got rid of that, he had a motorcycle club. He sold and repaired motorcycles. And then from that, he had a construction company. When he expired, he owned a construction company. He would buy old homes and fix them up and sell them, and apartment buildings and fix them up and rent them out. He kind of always had his own thing going. And when my father would go to work, or when I went to work, it's not like I would think about him all day long, but when I would see him, I knew that all was well. I remember how much he loved me. And it's the same way with the spiritual father, the one that created you, is that when you be still and know him and you become his son, and when you're out of your head You know you're his son. You know he's your father. You know that he loves you. There's no question about it. And then when you get distracted working and you come out, you get into the outer world, your focus is on the outer world. You do your work, but then when you come back to the present, you remember you know the Father. So I say that to say you don't have to walk around just thinking about God all the time. Once you become his son, you know he's your son in the same way you knew that your earthly father was your son, was the father. You were his son. It's the same kind of relationship. It's amazing. It's so simple, but yet the churches have made it so dramatic, so far reaching. And so in a way that is not, and it's deceive you. And so you live a lifetime without knowing or remembering that God is your father. He's your daddy, just as your earthly father. That's why it's so important to love your earthly fathers. Return to your fathers. There will come a day when I return the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children. Thus said the Lord, right? And so when he returns you to your earthly father, you return to him. You develop that relationship with him as well. It's so amazing. It's real simple, but the Bible thumper teachers and others have made it difficult for you. Get to know yourself and you will see you will grow into it. You and the Father will become one. And when the world see you, they will see the Father in you. When they see the Son, they will see the Father. It's so amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the JLP Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.